Since early history, oceans have been vital for life, not only for human life, but for life in general. The ocean is the largest ecosystem on Earth and its planet's support system. Oceans not only generate half the oxygen we breathe, but also contains almost 97% of the world's waters. The productivity of the oceans is pivotal for animal and for human life. When we talk about ocean sustainability, there's one word that comes to mind. It's a word I think we all have heard at least once in our lifetime. That word is pollution. Marine pollution is defined as the introduction of substances to the marine environment, directly or indirectly, by man, resulting in unfavorable effects such as the obstruction of marine activities and the endangerment of marine life, the lowering the quality of seawater, and also serves as danger to human health. Everyone on the planet has polluted the ocean in some sort of way. I can say this because pollutants come in different shapes and consistencies. Some examples that we're going to talk about are, for example, chemical toxins from factories and agricultural industries, large oil spills from underwater pipes or ships, and littering trash, or more specific, wood, styrofoam, metals, and most commonly plastic. Factories and farms have created one of the biggest problems for our oceans. Industrial and agricultural wastes include various poisonous chemicals that are considered hazardous for marine life. Chemicals used in industries and agriculture get washed into the rivers and from there are carried into the ocean. These chemicals do not get dissolved and sink at the bottom of the ocean. Then small animals ingest these chemicals and are later eaten by larger animals, which then affects the whole food chain. Chemicals from pesticides can accumulate in the fatty tissue of these animals, leading to the failure of their reproductive system. In a long-term effect, these chemicals or metals such as lead or mercury can cause genetic mutation, behavioral changes, cancer, and even death. Another problem that these toxins have is that they raise the temperature of the ocean. This is called thermal pollution. Animals and plants that cannot survive at high temperature eventually perish. Fertilizers and animal waste produced by industrialized farms are then dumped into the ocean and create something called eutrophication. This happens when a body of water becomes overly enriched with minerals and nutrients that induce the rapid growth of algae in a short period of time. This process depletes the oxygen from that area and creates an inhabitable environment for any living creature. These areas are normally called dead zones, and they're really common on the coast and on the bays. We have talked about chemical and metal toxins, but one of the most deadly of them all is oil. Oil spills include spills of crude oil. For example, gasoline, diesel, fuels, or lubricant oils are some examples of these oils. When these solutions are released in the ocean, it tends to accumulate at the surface of the water and floats on it. Crude oil lasts for years in the sea and is extremely toxic to marine life. First off, the oil spilled in the ocean could get onto the gills and onto the feathers of these animals, and this could prevent them from moving, swimming, or flying away, or in a worst case scenario, it engulfs them whole, preventing them from breathing and causing death. Over long periods of time, they can produce skin and eye irritation and lung and liver problems to these animals. However, marine animals are not the only ones affected by the oil. Oil stuck at the surface of the water prevents sunlight from reaching to marine plants and affect their process of photosynthesis. An entire coral reef ecosystem can suffer from an oil spill, impeding their growth, reproduction, and behavior. Even though oil is responsible of a lot of the pollution, the most common element found in the ocean is plastic. Pollution from the atmosphere is a huge source of ocean pollution. Marine debris, including plastic, paper, wood, and other manufactured materials, are found in beaches worldwide and at all depths. About 80% of marine debris originated from sources on land, and the other 20 are from ocean vessels like cruise ships. Most debris, especially plastic, cannot decompose and remain suspended in the ocean for years. Did you know that there is a floating island of plastic floating somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, and it is said to be twice as big as the size of Texas? That's huge. This creates devastation to marine life, since animals can be snagged on the plastic or may mistake it for food, slowly killing them over a long period of time. Oceans provide key natural resources, including food, medicine, biofuels, and other products. It is also the home of a stunning variety of beautiful creatures, ranging from single-celled organisms to the biggest animal that have ever lived in the earth, the blue whale. They're also home to the coral reefs, one of the most diverse ecosystems on the planet. Water pollution is a problem that affects all living things, and every living organism on the earth needs water to survive. Cleaning the oceans would mean a healthier planet, and plans must be made to get rid of this problem. It is the responsibility of every person here to take care of the earth and its resources for the sake of marine life and for our future. The actions taken will not only make the planet safer and cleaner for now, but for the generations to come. Thank you.